This video is sponsored by Noregon, the commercial vehicle data experts. Visit Noregon.com to learn more.
What are you doing with all that? Well, talking about electric trucks last time got me thinking about our current trucks' electrical systems and how important they are. I mean, after all, there are like a bajillion ECUs on our trucks, and it feels like everything is more electronically controlled, right? And I know how you're always harping on me not to run so many regens. Well, when the service data indicates that there is a problem upstream, of course. Right, of course. And when you think about that, you usually think engines. And that could be the case, but what about the electrical system? What about it? Maybe we've been misdiagnosing aftertreatment systems because they're one of our favorite dead horses to beat, but the issue is instead inadequate power to the component. Okay, clever. You got any data to back that up? That's what I'm fixing to set up. So here's what I'm gonna add to our PM lineup. Completely clean batteries and battery boxes, remove and clean all cable ends and replace all bad ends, load test each battery on the lead portion of the stud or install lead cones, replace batteries that do not hold a 9.5 volt load, approximately 300 amps for 15 seconds, maximum loss of 3 volts, and check for chafed cables and hold downs. I have our historic after treatment data, so if we see a decrease in after treatment related faults overall after implementing this service, then hopefully we will have saved ourselves some headache. Well, it's definitely worth a try. While I put those PM bullet points in the system, here's our Noregon Pro with more thoughts on servicing electrical issues.
What are common ways an electrical system faults and issues can impact DPF regeneration? Or after treatment, like DPF regeneration, right? That's the fix for everything, and we've been over this before. Which regen isn't the fix for everything. You need to fix the faults first. But faults can cause inhibits that would seem to be unrelated to the DPF systems, right? So if you have a fault with the clutch or your brake pedal or your throttle pedal, they can all immediately cause an inhibit and stop a regen from ever starting. This is one of those scenarios where you got to keep it simple, right? You need to fix all the faults on the truck. You need to make sure that you have more than a quarter tank of DEF, and you need to make sure that you have fuel. There's lots of times where people will kick these regens off or try to run a regen, and it immediately gets kicked off because, well, they didn't have enough DEF in the tank, or they didn't have enough fuel to finish it. And the system will kick you out immediately, or partially through the regen, right? You need to look at your checklist. And if you don't have a checklist, we have one in JPro that you can use to keep it simple, right? Look at that checklist. That checklist is painful sometimes because it's on a timer. It paints in these arrows, but it's there for a reason. If I can just grab one or two technicians' attention when they're starting down the path of troubleshooting and they pay attention to this checklist, it may save them hours of time, right?
So what's next on your service improvement checklist? I hate to say it, but you know what's right around the corner. No, it's too soon. I know, but the sooner we start thinking snow, the better. So we'll see everyone next time to talk about seasonal maintenance practices.